Hello. Now, I've been running my TMAX now for just over 9 months. I absolutely adore it. I've ridden it all the way through the winter. It's been my daily knockabout bike, my commuter, but it's also very, very sporty. So just how sporty is it? Well, I reckon we should take it to a track to find out. So here we are at Cadwell Park. Now, I've never had such a comfortable journey here on a motorcycle, that's for sure. So there's a few things I've done and I need to do to get it ready for the track. So the first thing I've done is to take all the winter scooter blanket off. I've removed the muffs. In place of the muffs, I've got some lever protectors. These were on it when I first bought it, and there's their hand guards as well, which I'm not that keen on, but I put them on for this. And of course you need 2 lever protectors on this because the back brake's on the handlebar. I have put it in sport mode. There's 2 modes, sport and touring. And I've also had a bit of a fiddle with the suspension because I don't want the old girl to be dragging her belly all the way around the track. So the front forks are non-adjustable, but the rear shock is. So it's adjustable for rebound damping and preload. So I've jacked the preload up by 3 notches on the rear shock, just with a C-spanner. And I've given it an extra turn of rebound damping, so it's now 1 turn from fully in. There's a range of 3 turns, so it's kind of towards the more controlled end of things. There's no reason why this shouldn't be good on track. We've got upside down forks, we've got an aluminium frame, we've got radial brakes, we've got sticky tyres. So I've got Pirelli Diablo Rosso scooter tyres. And these replace the Bridgestone scooter tyre, kind of sports touring tyres that are on it as standard. So they've got a racier profile, they've got a grippier compound, and on the road they feel really, really good. I'm going to drop the pressures a little bit for the track because I don't want them overheating. Pirelli don't actually recommend track pressures, so I'm going to have to figure it out myself. So I'll probably just go 1 or 2 psi less on the front so I can still keep the steering characteristics, and maybe drop it 3 or 4 on the rear just so it doesn't overheat and balloon up. Apart from that, I think she's pretty much good to go. I'm not sure if I'm even going to keep up with everybody on the sighting laps. That's number 1. I'm not sure if it's going to get up the big hills because it's only got 47 bhp, so that's probably, I don't know, early 40s at the back wheel. I've got to get it through noise testing. I'm not sure what they're going to do with that yet because obviously you can't put it in neutral and rev it, so I'm going to have to leave it on the stand and rev it up with the wheel spinning. I'm going to have to put it on the centre stand because it's automatic. Right.
What is it?
It's a 500.
500 twin.
You can't even hear it. Will it get over the mountain even? I don't know. I need to take the top box off. Oh, talking of top boxes, what's in the box? So just like whenever you come to a track day, got an assortment of things in here. I've got waterproofs, I've got a cordless pump, I've got camera equipment, duct tape, ham and cheese roll, an array of different sorts of gloves, coffee, banana, snack, chest protector. It's all there, but I don't think we're going to be needing it on the track, so we're going to get rid of that. And I think she's ready to roll.
Final call for orange through middle lower, and final call orange through middle lower to the assembly area, please.
Now I'm here, doesn't seem like such a good idea to take a scooter on track. There's a Fireblade, some S1000s, KTMs. Crikey, what have I let myself in for? An R6 over there, Z1000, CB500.
Up,
Here we jolly well go. Right. Right, Cadwell, here we come. These are just the sighting laps. Mission number one is just to try and keep up with everyone on the sighting lap. Oh, the old girl doesn't really want to turn on cold tyres. But hey, I've overtaken someone. Up through Coppice, into Charlie's 1, up and over into Charlie's 2, no ground clearance problems yet, park straight, park, it's nice not to have to change gear actually, and nice to use the back brake with your left hand and not your foot. Right, gooseneck, careful on the left. The tyres still feel a bit cold. And now Mansfield, way. Into the chicane. I still think this is a new chicane, it's been here a while now. Little run up to the mountain. Into the left, to the right, no air. It still doesn't want to turn through here, oh dear. Right, that was a wiggly bit. Now barn, and now the start finish straight. Right, another sighting lap, then we can pull the pin. Right, here we jolly well go. TMAX power. We're about to get zapped. Flipping heck. It's quite bumpy through here. I've got a little classic bike coming. Go on, son. The handling's pretty good for a scooter. Might be a bit rude to go around the outside here. Well, I think I might have got a millimetre of air. Come on, TMAX. 87, 89, 92. I've got to do squared off superbike lines to stop it grounding out. Catching that GSX-R again. Way! Right, I'm about to get absolutely mullered. It just needs a little bit more power. Come on, TMAX. Come on, GSX-R. Forgive me, TMAX. was a side stand on the curb. Gonna get S1000 in a minute. Go on, son. So that's Cadwell track evening done. A beautiful evening, a beautiful circuit, and evening track days, as I've always said, absolutely raw. The TMAX was really good fun actually. I really didn't know what to expect, but I was pleasantly surprised, especially in the handling department. Tyres are absolutely fantastic, absolutely no problem with grip at all, and I probably could have gone a bit harder if I wasn't worried about crashing it, and the ground clearance. So more than enough grip. The suspension control, it wasn't wallowy, but there's not a lot of travel. It really struggled over some of the bumpy sections of Cadwell, especially kind of Charlie's 2. When you're sort of going downhill, you get the ripples and a few other places as well. So you kind of got to just hold back a little bit. Brakes are decent. You need a lot of back brake with long and low bikes like this. But I live on the back brake. I love the back brake, and having it there on your left hand is amazing. It's much better than your foot, and just having a twist and go around the track was brilliant as well. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, but it hasn't really got the power for a big track day like this. If the straights were a little bit shorter, I think it could almost hold its own compared to the other bikes. But it's yeah, any dreams that I would be doing a Herbie and just cutting through the grid of supercars or super bikes, yeah, that was quickly curtailed first time I went down the straight. But it's still pretty quick. I was a little bit worried about thrashing it, to be honest. I mean, this is my daily bike and I've never thrashed it. That's the first time I've ever thrashed it, and it started to smell quite bad. I think it's because it's a winter of, you know, although I clean it all the time, there's probably a lot of ACF 50 still hanging around the bike. It's getting really hot, and, you know, just thrashing everything that hasn't been thrashed before has probably just made it stink. It's fine now. And, you know, it struggles to get to 90, 95. I've seen about 110, 115 out of it on the road, on the Autobahn. But it felt like it was kind of labouring, and Cadwell is hilly. Getting up, you know, turn 1, up Charlie's 1 and 2, it struggles, and then coming up Park Straight as well, it's quite slow. Probably if you were to go in a higher group, it would be sort of dangerously slow on the straights, but as it was kind of okay. But yeah, just really good fun to ride. You've got to lean right forward on it to get your weight over the front, hang off a lot to keep the bike upright. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. I don't think I'll do it again, but it just kind of proves that although this is a maxi scooter and it's kind of designed for commuting really and a bit of motorway work, it can do the sporty really well. And, you know, normal road, A roads and B roads, it can hold its own. But I'd say on the track, it's probably a little bit breathless for the track. But I've had a great time. I'm glad it's still in one piece. It's still running sweetly. So what's left for me to do now is click back into touring mode. So I've got under the seat my road crash helmet, complete with a stereo. I've got the air pump, and pump the tyres back up. I've got my coat. I've got my warm gloves. I've got my sandwich to eat still. I've got my coffee, and I'm going to have a nice, easy ride home and enjoy the ride. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll be doing another update on this bike soon when it's a year old, just to talk about how much it's cost me, what's been good on it, what hasn't, reliability, and everything in between. But thanks very much, and I'll speak to you soon.